Hey guys, what's going on? I'm not sure if I did a build video when I built this little scoop for the tractor. I built it, gosh, right as soon as, actually I built it for a four-wheeler before I even got the tractor. The back here is a scraper blade for a four-wheeler, and pretty much what I have done is I just built the bottom bucket and put it on some hinges, and then I don't know if I'm in frame, but when I go to dump it, just do that. And it's worked well as can be expected, but I don't know, I was moving some heavy dirt the other day, and it really just, it bent this bar up pretty big. And plus it's hard to get in and out of the fence because of that right there. So what I want to do is build a tip bucket for it. A bucket that'll go that high, and then I can release it and it'll hinge down and tip. I'm going to use this original design right here. As you can see, I've lifted heavy enough up to bend that right there, so I'm going to have to bend that back up in there and weld it all the way across and up on both sides. That way it's one solid bucket, and then just put a some kind of hinge system that'll tip it. So let's get on that. Okay, I have several projects going on. I'm building a box scraper for one, so the garage is kind of a mess. First thing I can do is take the actual blade off of the assembly, and it, from what I can tell, is held on by one bolt. But as you can see, even with the blade all the way down, it never set flat because of the way it was designed. It was designed to scrape, not to be a scoop or a loader, so I need it to sit, when it's all the way down, I need it to sit completely flat. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this apart and set the blade down flat. Okay, that's kind of how I want it to sit. Once I get it done, give you a shot. All that back excess is going to have to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the grinder and cut all that off. Mainly because when you drop the bucket, that'll hit the bottom, so that's not going to work. Okay, I don't have to cut this out, hopefully, like cut all this off. It was bolted on, but when I originally built it, I went through and welded the corners, so I'm going to try and grind out all the welds. That way I can have this right here. It's a good piece of metal, don't want to waste it. Okay, I've cut that piece out, and this is going to be part of the hinge, this and this. This at the top, as you can see, is a piece of angle. I'm going to weld that in there after I cut that bolt out. Forgot about that. I'm going to weld that in there, and that's going to go down here where it needs to be at a level spot, and then this is going to go straight through it, and hopefully that'll hold. Then once I get all that set up, I'm going to have to build a latch that goes from here to up here somewhere, like a little hook, spring-loaded hook that'll hold that down, and I can pull it out, and that's what'll make it dump. Okay, I have it welded all the way across the bottom and on the sides and on the very bottom, and a little bit of a plug weld up there, so it's pretty much not going anywhere. Okay, I've drilled the holes for the bar to go through. Hopefully I did it alright. I'm getting ready to measure to see, make sure I wasn't off, but that's going to go through the looks like I'm pretty straight on it. But that's going to go between these two, like so. And then I'm going to have to build the latch from here to there. So I'm getting there. Okay, the next day, obviously. But I built the latch last night. Actually, it really wasn't much to it. The bottom right here used to turn the other way, and that's what you pulled to turn the scraper blade to the left or right. This is just scrap. I think all this come off an old lawnmower, but it works. It's just pretty hard to pull. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to weld it down here at the bottom. Weld that together so it won't fall all the way down. I'm going to have to put a spring from here to there, and then I'm going to have to take and run a piece of metal from there to there so that it will reset. So I'm going to pull it over and get started on it. Okay, I made some adjustments. I took a lot of material off of that there, and it locks real well, as you can see, and it holds well. And then the best part is it dumps well, even with the full bucket. So I'm real excited about that. I'm going to have to use something else besides 550 cord. Probably metal wire. Now the next thing is, as you can see, the bucket right here is bent. So I have to figure out how I'm going to bend that back up. I've tried before and I end up bending the top down, so I'm going to try to bend that back up at least a ½ inch, and then I'm going to weld around the outside there and then all the way across, and I'll have a solid bucket. Hey guys, well, I worked a little bit on the tractor tonight. What I've done is I welded the sides up on both sides through here, and right now I'm straightening the bucket out. Yet right here was a gap where I've lifted something heavy and I need to weld all the way across. So I'm taking a high lift jack. I wish I could weld it while it's already up, but my welder won't reach that far. What I've done is just put a stabilizing bar right there, lift it up with the bucket, and then just use the high lift jack to push it up, and hopefully I can get it bent enough for when I let it down. Alright, I'm going to have to bend it up and weld it. Bend it up quite a bit, but as you can see there's still a gap, so I'm going to have to bend it all the way up and tack it on, and then weld it. Okay, I got the bottom right here welded all the way up solid. Probably should go under at the bottom and weld across the underside too, but I'm just not going to. So the only thing really that I have left to do is put the different release handle on it, and it should be done.